All right. Let's see. Hey, Beauty Demon. Yeah, I didn't know that that's what happens when you go live on your phone and you get a phone call. I wasn't anticipating a phone call or anything, but I got one in the middle of that, and that's what happened. So I'm sorry. I didn't know that that was a thing. You didn't break it, Nick and Steph. I was asking if you would go pull another person's link. Are you a subscriber to Little Red? Could you go pull a link from her and see if it works? Or somebody who is subscribed, can you guys go see if you can put other links in here? Is it blurry for you guys? It looks super blurry on my computer. I don't think that that's gonna help. It didn't. I don't know if it's just me that it's blurry for, or if it's blurry for everybody. So while we see if other people can put link, I'm just curious now. I'm gonna pop out if I freeze again. It wasn't. It was really a phone call that I got. I didn't know I was getting a phone call because I was reading the chat, so I couldn't disconnect it quick enough. Oh, thanks. I'm surprised I pop up in anybody's recommended, but I'm glad you found me. I'm going to go get that other cup and you guys can ask any questions and I will answer them as soon as I get back. It's not going to take me but like 5 seconds. I will be right back. Why, do you know what you want to do? Okay. What happened? Is there any other links? What's going on with a link? Did I miss something? That one. The link. I don't see any other links. So I don't know if it just automatically didn't pop up. Maybe because I wasn't here to approve it. I don't know. Because it popped up that you wanted to put in a link and I approved your message. Oh my gosh. My laptop just died, so I'm gonna have to focus on the chat from my phone. You're triggered. Hey, Gaming Granny, how are you? I'm probably gonna wrap. I know we just started this live, but I am probably going to wrap this up here soon. So if you guys do have any questions, go ahead and ask them, whether that's pertaining to me, my YouTube, any personal questions. Again, if you ask one that I'm not comfortable answering, I will just tell you I'm not comfortable answering that. And then for anybody who's here or watches this in the replay and is interested in more Katie commentary, or you want to talk about Katie or other drama, because there's other dramas that are going on that I think we should discuss. Other creators like Sloan are discussing them, with the Zoe girl being 19 and being inappropriate with a fan who was 13. That's something that I really think we should talk about. Katie's stuff just has overshown. I just had your link shared. Illuminati. Is that how you say your YouTube name? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. And what does mountain time mean? I am in mountain time zone. So it is, oh, my laptop died. It is 1:52 here. Lacey, Illuminati. Okay. So do you want people when they're referring to your channel to call your channel name, or Lacey? Which would you prefer? Yeah, her videos are hilarious. I haven't seen the latest one though. Awesome, gaming granny. Congratulations. You're in Finland. Well, you are you are far away from where I'm at. Yeah, so when I put mountain time, I just mean mountain time zone, because there's so many different time zones here in the US. And I mean really across the world. But if you Google like to know the time difference, because I can't put everybody's time zone. I'm in Utah too. I didn't realize you were in Utah, Nick and Steph. I don't know if that's ever come up before. Actually, I take that back. I think we have talked about that before. Yeah, I'm in Utah. I just don't say where I'm at in Utah, because you will very easily be able to deduce if I give any kind of somewhat direction or things, you will be able to figure out where I'm at. And I'd rather not that happen. Not that because you know of what part I'm in, you can locate me specifically, but it will give away quite a bit of information. You're in Riverton. I don't know where that's at. I'm at the bottom of the state. I'll put it that way. I'm not in the northern part of the state. Exactly. See? So it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm never going to say exactly where I'm at, other than provide like that little bit of information, just because there are people who at some point, whether it be now or, you know, later, if I continue to piss people off, who may do stupid shit. It's snowing. Well, there's snow close to us. And technically there's snow here. Uh-oh, yeah, right? I mean, I don't mind. And I know some YouTubers will say like what town or what area they live in. I just care not to. Not that it's a big deal. More of that is not for me. It's for my husband. You have had snow the last few days. It got really cold recently. And really cold is like, I think it was 46 earlier or something like that. And that's like freezing to me. I'm from Florida. The weather, like the climate is totally different between like being on the coast, literally on the water, to, you know, not at all. It's totally dry here. I have to go watch her video. I haven't seen it. I didn't watch much YouTube before I got on live today. It's been weirdly warm here in Michigan. You had a foot of snow. You had the windows open today. We haven't opened our windows yet. We probably could, but we haven't. Yeah, Lacey, a lot of people in the last live stream I did, which, you know, you seem to be better at knowing how to work technology than me. I got disconnected, but everybody was saying, everybody who saw your video was giving you mad props and was encouraging others to watch it and to subscribe. I saw your first video and it was hilarious. I loved it, but I haven't had an opportunity to see your others. Do you have one other video or two? I can't remember. I would check, but my laptop died right as this live went up. She has 3. Okay, so I've missed the last 2. I really want to see the one about the apology that I saw. See, I saw it was up. It has something to do with her apology. I just haven't been able to. I'm not really that techie at all. Josh. Oh, does he? That's so cool. Did you join his marketing network? Is that what he said in one of his videos? I haven't really been able to watch a whole lot of YouTube stuff lately. I dissected that live stream with Uni and Katie, and I've been trying to catch up on Emily's stuff that she's been responding to, but aside from that, I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch YouTube and to catch up on everything. So I'm so behind on so many things, and I'm hoping to utilize today and Friday morning, if I can't tomorrow, as my catch-up days. I don't know if like this is even everybody's chat. Oh, what did I just do? Kind of, we don't really have it going yet, but soon hope to have a bunch of creators together. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I mean, this goes to show like how out of touch with like YouTube stuff I am. I don't even really know what a marketing network does, other than I'm assuming like cross promote. Obviously, that's got to be one thing, but other than that, like I don't know what else it does for you. You saw Katie Rock's live. I'm gonna be right back. I'm actually gonna go get the charger so I can put Lacey's links and stuff like that in, because I don't know how to do any of that from my phone. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Well, what do you want to eat? Do you want to eat hamburgers? Do you want to eat hot dogs? Huh? Well, you cook those. I don't. I cook the sides. Okay. I have no idea what you said. Let me try and quickly get this plugged in so I can go back. I don't want to accidentally exit out of the live stream again. People will think I'm absolutely, as Smokey Glow would say, nutty if I had 3 live streams back to back to back. Kind of look like Katie, obsessive with the internet. Okay. I'm gonna try. Hopefully I don't exit out of this. I don't swear, so that's the best thing you can say about him. Who? Okay. La 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 la. Let me go up here. Sorry for people who've been trying to comment and it wasn't being approved. That doesn't pop up on my phone. I'm so sorry. I just got the live up. So let me see if what all I missed. I know Florida just got hit with that hurricane. I hope everybody's okay. I watched it. Unirock called him. Oh. I mean, that's a good choice of words because you don't curse. I hope it doesn't offend you that I curse. I know you're in a lot of my live streams, and I clearly do not have a clean language. I have a very foul mouth. I try to curb it. Augie's the one. Yeah, that whole live was all over the place, and I've done a live stream dissecting that. It's a super long one. It's the last one I did. I'm trying to go pull your link, Lacey. Like I said, I'm not the best at this stuff. It doesn't help because I'm going from, I'm actually recording from, doing the live from my phone and watching the chat from my laptop. Because I'm thinking, you guys will have to tell me, but I think the audio and visual are better when I do it from my phone, when I go live from my phone than when I go live from my computer. That is Lacey's link for anybody who hasn't seen her channel or subscribed to her channel. She does very hilarious parodies of Katie. Primarily, they seem to be from her videos that get a lot of like harsh criticism or just about her behaviors that everybody's kind of had issues with and called her out for. Lacey does the parodies as kind of like maybe what she should have done, or kind of poking fun, but in a really like obvious way, which makes it absolutely hilarious. Do I have a clear direction on where I want to go with this channel as far as content? I mean, this channel is going to remain what it has been. I'm going to continue uploading content in any way I want to. I'm not going to try and pinpoint myself down to any kind of content. I will obviously I'm going to continue to do my commentary content. That is what most people have subscribed to my channel for. I'm going to continue to do my makeup content, even though half of my subscribers I don't think care about it. They don't perform well, but I enjoy filming those videos, so I will continue to do those. The same thing with my nail videos. People don't really watch them, but I enjoy doing it, and filming it is just an added bonus. And my advocacy stuff, I'm always going to do. So I can't really see myself being ironed down into any one area because I'm going to continue to just do what I have been doing. So probably not, which I know is in the long run could stunt my growth on YouTube, but I'm not really trying to grow. If I do grow, that's awesome. But if I don't, I'm not upset with that either. I was best friends with my cousin who had a sailor mouth. When you do live streams from your phone, are you using an external mic? I'm just from my phone. My phone is free floating right now. So I don't use any, and that's something that I know I've asked Josh at the beginning of my YouTube when he extended in one of his videos for anybody who had a channel or who was thinking about a channel before he did the videos, he extended it, and I did reach out to him. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or Instagram, but I did DM him and I said, hey, like, this is what I have. What would you recommend? And this goes to show how illiterate I am when it comes to this stuff. I thought I had a camera I didn't even have. And I had to later correct myself because he was like, oh yeah, that's a great camera. And it wasn't even the camera I had. I have since gotten that camera because it is a good camera for like sit down videos. But that's how so out of left field I am with this stuff. I have Adobe Premiere Pro for editing, but you can't tell I have it because I don't know how to edit. So I'm just constantly trying to, better my content as far as visual. Like the actual content I produce is going to probably remain the same, but I want to up the quality for you guys, which is why I got a backdrop. It's why I've moved where I was filming at. It's why I'm doing all these things. I've put quite a bit of money into my channel, whether people can tell that or not. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I've put money into this to try and make the experience better for you guys. But I don't have a mic. Eventually I will get a mic. I have for my filming camera, I have the shotgun mic, but the last time I used it, people were saying the audio was too echoey, and it's because the room I'm in now filming has vaulted ceilings, and I'm waiting to get the, what is that stuff called? The absorbing soundboards. I'm waiting to get those. I'll probably get them in a few weeks. So hopefully that will improve the quality of my sound. I know in my pre-recorded videos, it's not the best. You have a Yeti mic? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm having a hard time just editing my normal videos. So I don't know if adding another layer to having to put in external audio onto my videos and like line it up, if I'm even going to be able to do that. Oh, All Things Lost on Earth. Her intro is so funny. It is such a good parody. Did your sound just go out? Is it back? Thank you, Brooke. You're awesome. Okay, I was gonna say, oh no, I've been talking for a minute. Yeah, I know Josh and I don't talk regularly. That was like one of the very few conversations we've had. But recently he commented on one of my videos, I needed to put a light behind me. So I might do that. I just have to find a light that will fit and still be visible. So I am going to work on that. You can go to Home Depot and buy moving plants that will do the same with sound barrier. Oh, moving blankets. Yeah, I saw his video about that, and I do have moving blankets. The only issue is how my filming setup is. I don't have anything to go around me, if that makes sense. Well, Nick and Steph, I understand you maybe have left and not coming back, but if you do create a channel, you know I'm always for other people plugging their channels and stuff. Yes, Josh from the Dad Challenge podcast. I know he has videos about like good cameras and microphones and stuff like that. I have a camera. It's right here actually. And I know he advises not to film with a ring light. And I have bought the lighting that he has recommended, but since I moved where I'm filming at, I can't use that light, if that makes sense. So I have gotten a ring light. This, I use, what is this? The EOS M50 mirrorless. This is the camera that I film with when I film my pre-recorded videos. And then I've been using a ring light since I moved. I use my backdrops, which I just got off of Amazon. I don't use here is the microphone that I have, but like I said, the last time I used it, people said that it was super echoey. So I haven't been using that recently. And when I do my live streams, I either live stream from the laptop or I live stream. Now that I have a newer phone, I live stream from my phone because I wasn't able to live stream from my old phone due to audio issues. The one time I did, I had to wear my AirPods because there was something going on with that phone. So I have the 12, and I don't have the Pro. I have the 12 mini, and now I can live stream from my phone. And that's why it's been an adjustment in these live streams for me to figure out little things that may happen. Like if I get a phone call, I need to deny it really quickly. Otherwise it's going to interrupt my stream. I didn't know that would happen. Oh, you took your phone with you. I just last week got ADHD medication and I feel so not me. Have you talked to your prescribing doctor who's given you your ADHD meds? Not to turn this serious, but to me, that's something I'm not going to ignore. Given what you're providing in that comment and my open Wednesday night discussions in my job, I'm going to inquire a little bit about that. If you're not comfortable talking about it here, please DM me. Because with everything in that comment, there's some things that I would want to ask and be sure to make sure you're okay. Does anyone have suggestions for reading, watching that could, I would really suggest that you reach out to whoever prescribed you the medication with your history as far as addiction. ADHD medication, depending on what you are prescribed, is super addicting. So I would be very careful. And if it's causing a negative effect on you, I highly encourage you to reach base with whoever prescribed it and make sure that they're aware that you're struggling with those things. Otherwise, some bad things can occur from you being prescribed the medicine. And not saying you shouldn't be medicated, but that's why they typically only give you a trial on certain meds, especially if you've told them of your history, to make sure that it's one that works for you. Not every medication works the same for every person. Oftentimes, especially with ADHD, you go through a few before you find the right one. It is normal, however, to feel different when you start to become medicated for something when you weren't previously medicated, because your body is adjusting to operating at the way it should rather than over operating. With ADHD, you're typically over operating to some level because you're constantly being distracted, you're hyper aware of things. So your body's trying to adjust to not be in that hyper state, and it's going to feel different. It's going to be hard to adjust. But with your addiction history, I would advise to be sure, if you start to feel too weird about it, that you are letting whoever prescribed it to you know that that's what's happening, to ensure that your sobriety is not at risk. You've tried. If you can't function normally, I would advise going to a doctor. And if you can't get into a doctor, go to an urgent care and have it addressed, especially if you're not functioning at a normal level. You need to seek some professional help before anything bad happens. That would be my advice. Sorry for derailing our live for a second, guys. Most of you know of my degree. Most people here know what I do, what I have done in the field that I work in. So anytime anything like that is brought up, I am going to make sure that that individual is okay and has, no, it's fine. I would prefer you to tell us rather than not. That way you're getting some kind of advice on how to move forward. But I want to make sure that you are okay. Exactly. It is super important. Nobody's worried about it, but I don't want you to feel that the conversation has to remain about you, and I don't want the conversation to stall out. We are all obviously worried and hope that you get the help, and I hope you keep us updated. And if you need any further advice, please DM me. I can help you with resources if you need it. It's okay, Sonia. I've had a couple of people say that they fall asleep to me, which is surprising. I think almost everybody doesn't really enjoy their voice, unless maybe you're a singer or you can sing, you probably enjoy your voice then. Otherwise, I kind of think I sound annoying. Yeah, we are here for everybody. Whoever is ever in the chat, whether they're even giving me hate, if they're going to say something that I can help, I'm going to try and help. And I'm pretty sure almost everybody in my live streams has the same kind of mentality. Does anybody have any other questions? I'm glad it's not annoying. Or have anything that they kind of want to talk about before I head off for the day. Or until this evening. We have a open discussion this evening. My mind just blanked. Which I wonder what you're always late to the party. It's fine, it's just chat. This is just an extension from my other live stream, so it's like an open Q&A for YouTube questions, personal questions, anything you may want to know about me. I'm allowing people to ask. I'm trying to go and see what our topic is supposed to be for tonight so far. It's been super, super close between gender roles and adoption. And right now, gender roles is in the lead by quite a bit. They were kind of neck and neck, but now it seems to be gender roles has taken over. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, gender roles is what's leading right now. So that's going to be an interesting one to talk to. I hope this is going to be a weird thing, but I really hope that we get some males in our live chat. Otherwise, it is kind of going to be one-sided. And there won't be somebody, like if we don't have male representation, then, of course we can all express our concerns and like what we face as women, but we won't have anybody really providing what they experience or their counter productions as men. I do too, Lacey. I don't know if it probably doesn't portray on camera. I think a lot of my personality probably doesn't really come off on camera, but most of my friends tend to be males because one, I can't deal with the catty drama-ness of women. No offense. I know most of my viewers are women, but I can't deal with immaturity. And I feel like a lot of women, like when we get in groups, there's just too much competition for whatever reason. Women want to compete with each other and then drama starts, and I just don't freaking engage with that. And I mean, this is playing into our topic tonight, and I will talk about some of my stories that I have dealt with. The older I get, I understand men. Yeah, I prefer men. I have a disgusting sense of humor. I have dry humor. I'm a super dry person. I'm sarcastic as all get out. And a lot of that doesn't, because I talk about a lot of serious things, or I'm complaining about somebody, or I'm pointing out criticism, and I want to be fair. So I don't allow a lot of my sarcasm and dry sense of humor to really shine through. But I definitely, that's how I function in life. I mean, we all like gossip. That's why we talk about Katie Joy, right? Because talking about her, even if you're pointing out criticism, is gossip to some degree. Because you're providing your opinion on a situation, that's gossip. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't typically get along with women either, but it seems to be most of the people who I know my channel is predominantly subscribed by women, which is wonderful, but I think the women who engage in like our chats, like right now, we are all very strong, independent, but open-minded, and we are functioning at a level of maturity where it doesn't get catty, it doesn't get childish, which we see in Katie Joy's live streams. We see the arguing that ensues in her live comment sections. You live with your husband and 4 boys, 2 at home. I don't know how to deal with girls too sensitive. Oh, absolutely. Sensitivity we're all sensitive. Like, I have things that will strike my sensitivity nerve. Most things don't. I'm not offended by hardly anything. But there are certain things, like if you try to come at me or offend me because of my childhood, I'm going to get super sensitive about that, and you're going to probably get a reaction that you're not expecting to get from me. I'm sorry to hear that you're homebound. I'm sure it has helped that you have created a community of your own to help you through all of that. You were raised with 6 brothers and 6 sisters, and you got along better with your brothers. I was going to ask a question, but it's super inappropriate, so I'm not going to. For me, this is YouTube, and I leave it there. I do treat everyone nice. I have a husband and 3 kids, no shade, but that's my priority, like most of us women. Absolutely. And it was talked about earlier. A few people were asking like what I want to do if I would make YouTube my career, and I won't. Even if it would be offensive to somebody for me to ask, so I'm not going to. It could be offensive, so I'm not going to. But I wouldn't make this my full-time career. Even if I got to a point where I was making a lot of money, I was going to ask Nick and Steph if they were raised in Utah. And they know why I'm asking that. And I think anybody who knows anything about Utah would know. And I almost blurted it out in a way that would have been super offensive. And a lot of that is just me being ill-educated on, I don't want to be rude, so don't take offense to it, Nick and stuff, but this really is just me not understanding the culture here. Is a lot of Utah is Mormon, and I'm still learning the process of how they do things. See, exactly. I didn't want to offend by saying, are you Mormon? Because it's none of my business. But having large families and knowing that they're in Utah, my mind immediately jumped to, are they Mormon? Because I'm still learning about this religion and this culture. I've had to become very aware because I work with the community, and a lot of the community here are Mormon or are part of the FLDS, and I'm learning about it. I constantly have to ask my coworkers and say, I'm ignorant to this. I know this question may be offensive to you, but I don't know how to handle it. I don't know the answer. Can you educate me? I know, but I didn't want to pinpoint you out in the chat. That's never my intention, to make somebody feel isolated because of my unknowledge or my lack of knowledge in a certain area. My town is half Mormon and half Catholic. I mean, it's rare to see that there are other religions here, but it is like Mormonism is super prominent, and I'm still learning about it. But if you're from Mormon and if you're from Utah and you have a large family like that, it started to be just that I automatically make that assumption. You have 4 adult kids and 2 grandchildren. Oh, that's awesome. You asked to learn. Yeah, I just don't want anybody to ever feel pinpointed because I'm asking and my questions aren't to be offensive, but unlike other people, I'm self-aware to know that it is going to be offensive. That's why I held back. And I made sure that when it was kind of prodded that I asked the question, that I asked it in a way that wasn't offensive. You were married off to a 53-year-old. Okay, you're starting a channel. Is your channel going to be telling your story, Nick and Steph? Oh, I'm glad you like the makeup videos. It's like a lot of people don't. I'm not saying a lot of people don't like my makeup videos. I know some people do, but I get more views and stuff on commentary. People like the way I do my commentary videos. Which, I mean, that goes to show people who think like, or try to make the accusation that we're all here to just get money and, you know, we don't care about people and stuff like that. I wouldn't put out any other video other than commentary videos if that was my goal. The only dumb question is when you don't ask. That's true. I believe that in that. But when you're, for me, like I have a platform, there's 27 people watching. I don't know who else in my chat may be Mormon. And I don't want to offend them by just making that assumption and being like, oh, are you Mormon? Because that's what I was going to ask and how I was going to ask it. And that's not, that can be offensive to people, that just because I have a large family, you're making the assumption I'm stereotyping, which that was a stereotype, that because they're in Utah, they have to be Mormon because they have a large family. I'm trying to get better at not just making that assumption, but I'm going to word it in a way that maybe won't offend other people or make Nick and Steph feel isolated in the fact that it's very clear to deduce who I was pointing that question at. I hope that makes sense. There's a missionary house on my street. Those kids are constantly helping. Yeah, I had to get used to teenagers and young kids coming to the door and asking to do chores for me. I have never I lived on the coast in Florida, so I've never been around this kind of religion. My husband is originally from Arizona, so he had some familiarity with it. I didn't, which is why I deal with a lot of culture shock. And I had these little, like, they weren't little, they were like 10 or 11-year-old boys knock on my door one day and ask if they could do something for me. And we had like weeds and stuff. And I said, oh, well, I have jobs that you could do. But me not knowing any different, I said that they needed to bring notes from their parents with their parents' phone numbers before I would allow them to do any work around my yard. I wasn't going to let them in my house, but to allow them to do anything for money. And then the next day when I went to work, I asked. So is it normal for kids to come and ask to do like side jobs for money here? Is that kind of normal, or to volunteer? And they're like, yeah, that's totally normal. And then they're all telling me of all of their neighbor kids who do different things around their house or outside for them. And it's totally weird for me. I mean, I let them, and I still made them bring notes just because I'm overly weird and protective due to previous work, that I am not going to have kids working or anything like that without contact information for their parents. But side tangent. You work for a company that was Mormon owned and many work there. Yeah, I haven't had any bad experience. I just don't want to offend them. I know their religion gets a lot of stereotypes, a lot of criticism and things like that I don't want to further perpetuate any of that. Yeah, be sure you let us know when you start your channel, Nick and Steph. Brooke is from AZ and lives there now. Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to add that you, Della also lives in Arizona. You normally... Okay. My childhood best friends were Mormons. They couldn't play on Sundays. Other than that, they were able to do anything I did. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stigma and stuff like that around the Mormon religion. And I think a lot of it is because, like, people don't understand. And again, I'm not super educated or probably should even talk about this, so this will probably be my last statement and then we're going to move on. But I think a lot of like general public who don't know anything about Mormonism or how it has developed still put a lot of the stereotypes of the FLDS onto practicing Mormons, and they have separated. From my understanding, what I've been told by people in the community and my coworkers when I'm asking, so I don't offend people, is that's kind of what's happened. And I don't want to continue to perpetuate anything by my lack of knowledge or by pinpointing anybody in my community by asking a question based off of my stereotypes. The Amish and the Mennonites, you know, religion is, yeah, it is enough. Okay, that's what people have told me. I just don't want to say that. You guys know I really don't want to provide any misinformation. I think religion in general is like, it's intriguing to all of us because it's a way, it's a lifestyle. It's part of how people live, especially if you're practicing in any religion. And I think a lot of that is why Katie's channel has, you know, gotten to the level it has, because she talks about some of these you know, famous families who are in some of these religions. And although I don't necessarily think her content covers what people are going there for, people are interested to hear what somebody else has to say, especially since she's coming from a different religious thought process. She talks about where she's at with what she believes in now and what she's believed in previously. She's at least written about it. She's made references to it before. So I think that it interests people to keep watching her content to see if she's going to provide any of that as part of her content, if that made sense. Katie would have a heyday. Yeah, I think Katie maybe has learned her lesson at this point to kind of stay out of the YouTube stuff for right now. It's only gotten her, like, she didn't want to be hated. She wanted everybody to be nice to her. And I'm pretty sure, like, although I don't believe her apology, although I don't believe this facade she is trying to put out right now, I think she genuinely is upset that literally every large creator within her genre has kind of disowned her. They've all made a video about her. They've all criticized her. Some of them have called her names at this point, which is within their right. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but I think she is reaping what she sows, and I think she's upset by it, which any person would be. She did do it to herself, but I think she didn't anticipate this to happen. I really don't. Maybe on Friday, that's kind of how we'll do that live stream, is like not so much talking about what is actively going on, but talking about how it potentially is affecting Katie and what we think about that. All right, well, I am going to get off here in like 10 minutes. So in this last 10 minutes, does anybody have any other questions? Maybe we'll do a live chat for a Wednesday discussion where people can, if you want to, can provide like your religious beliefs or things that you've struggled with. Nick and Steph, if you want to, I don't know if you're totally comfortable with me doing this, so I'm sorry if you're not. Don't answer if you're not comfortable with me making this proposition. But if you are going to be creating a channel kind of telling your experience, if you want to let me know when that's going to happen, we can maybe do an open Wednesday night discussion about religion. lining up with when you're going to make your channel go live. That way you can provide a little bit of information in the live chat, and then you can plug your channel for people to actually get all of the details. That's up to you. If it's something you're interested in, send me a DM. Don't feel you have to. It's just an idea. I'm here to support everybody, and I think that would help jumpstart for anybody in the chat would come over. Bye, Beauty Demon. You're open? Okay, shoot me a DM either on Twitter or Instagram so we can kind of make sure we're somewhat in the same time frame with that. So, does anybody have any questions pertaining to me or to the channel? Hey, Advent, or anything like that? Of course, Brooke. I mean, you know, when we're not talking about a specific thing, I don't care really where our conversations go. And people who watch these in replay probably think that I can't keep a good train of thought. But one, I can't. And two, you know, I do think of this as a way for us all to kind of talk to each other. So I'm not going to, like, as if we were having a legitimate conversation with some of these. So I just allow the conversation to go wherever it wants. Bye, Nick and Steph. Have a good day. So if nobody has any other questions for me or for any YouTube related questions that I may be able to answer, some of them I can't. Bye, Gaming Granny. I am going to do a little self promo. Yeah, I was diagnosed with ADHD as a child. I've never been tested as an adult. However, I'm sure I still have it. I'm not medicated. I never have been. I typically can I can function well. It doesn't affect me like my living. My mind bounces around a lot. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody who's leaving. Yeah, I am about to head off too. I'm just going to do one shameless promo for anybody who is interested. This is my second YouTube channel. For those of you who do know and who have already subscribed, I appreciate you. For those who don't know, I have started a second channel totally unrelated to anything like this. It has to do with the business that I'm running with my sister-in-law, where we do custom designs for like tumblers. We do them for shirts. We do them for wooden signs, anything like that. And we are starting to film our processes and us going through those things and making our orders. If you're interested in any kind of crafting, I just ask that you check out the channel. There is a video up now. It is not the best quality or anything like that. It's just a video that I was able to get out for you guys. The next one should be better. If you're interested in getting anything, you can read the description for that. That's not why I plug the channel. It's just in case anybody has any interest in crafts. I will put the link for her channel in just a second. I have talked about this cup. I went and got it earlier. This is the kind of cup that my sister did for me. When we're talking about the printers, it is a glitter cup. I don't know how much you can see the actual glitter underneath. I don't know if turning that on will make it better. You can kind of see it. So there's these kinds, and then like I've done chunkier glitter out of my cup. So we do stuff like this. We do shirts. If you're interested in watching any of that stuff, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to watch us do crafts. So I believe Lacey did leave already, but here is her channel link for anybody who hasn't seen her channel or her videos. She does parodies of Katie's behavior. They're funny. They're if you ever have had any criticism for Katie, you will probably find the humor in them and enjoy her channel. I would advise to check it out. And if you like her content, to subscribe to it. I put my link or the channel link. Which link did I put in? The first link I put in is the second channel link. Oh, maybe I got the wrong links for both. Did I put hers in twice? Oh, I put her link in twice? Oh, okay, hang on. Sorry. Let me... So, sorry about that. I thought I had... Here is... That's our second channel. Or my second channel. I mean, I run it with my sister-in-law. If you're interested in craft stuff, subscribe to it. Watch the videos if you want. The video that's currently up is super long. I'm not going to be offended if you don't watch it. It's just showing how the process is made. Moving forward, they will be better. Like I said earlier, I'm still working on figuring out how to work Adobe Premiere as far as editing. So I'm sorry. I'm not expecting anybody to watch videos over there that you're not interested in. But if you ever see something that you are interested in, I mean, you can watch it. Everybody's always asking different ways to support me. I've had people ask if I'm going to do my memberships because I've talked about how that's available to me. I don't plan on doing memberships, not at this time. If my channel continues to grow and it gets to a point where maybe I can't have these kind of conversations, I may invoke that at that point. So people who are really wanting to have these kind of conversations and like one-on-one time will be able to, if they pay for it. I don't want to have to ever come to that, so we'll see. But as far as like supporting me or helping me in any way, just subscribing to that channel and watching videos that you are interested in will be plenty of support other than watching the channels here or my videos here. You can't order through the channel, but you can place orders through, let me see if I can get to the Instagram. I always mess up when I'm trying to do this. You can order through Instagram. You can also order through the email. Both of those are going to be in the description box of that video. I believe I put the Instagram there, but I can't remember. But yes, you can order from the Instagram. You can order through the email. Everything that you see is customizable except for like the cup sizes. Those, I mean, I think we both only have, she has a couple of different cups than I have. The only ones that I have are the skinny ones like this. They come with a lid. They come with a straw. I have a 20 ounce and 30 ounce. As far as what I have, she has a couple of others, but like your glitter is picked. You can customize what glitter you want. You can customize the decal. Like this one just has my channel name. Obviously, she did this one for me. I need to get a better printer to be able to do these kind of cups, but you can order these and she can do them right now. And as far as clothes, like this shirt is one that I have made. I've printed this on. I made this shirt. So I do stuff like that. I will be filming my next project, which is for a coworker of mine, shirts that she needs. So that will be up. All kinds of stuff. Like I said, never feel obligated to purchase anything or go down that route. Just extra support as far as like subscribing and watching those videos. If it piques your interest, I would appreciate it. So with all of that being said, I will be back this evening at 7 is the time that we're doing the open discussion. And it appears as of this moment that gender roles is what we will be discussing. I don't know if it's going to change in that time frame, but gender roles has taken a huge lead. So with all of that being said, I appreciate all of you guys for being here, both in this live and the other live. And I will talk to you guys later this evening.